Welcome back. You're watching the Signature Morning on Signature Television this lovely day. It's a Thursday, the 10th of October, 2024. All right, so we are kicking off our discussions today, speaking about the media. The topic is the media, education, and the imperative for development. We have a guest in the studio, Kingsley Nelson. He is a rector at Learn to Live Business School in the United Kingdom. Good to have you. Good morning, sir.
Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
How much of opportunity do you think that media has that Nigeria hasn't tapped?
Wow. Okay. For me, the media is the highest education institution in Nigeria. Yeah, as a media as a whole. And personally, I don't think we've done 1%. Yes, I'll be straight to the point and say in the sense that the social medias are there and everything are there. 90% of what's in social media is a regular thing people need to know. Yesterday, I was discussing with someone, a high-placed person, and I said, a management consultant is a content creator. He stopped me. He said, how do I mean? So all they know about content creation is a regular joke.
Absolutely.
So what's the place of media? Do you understand? So if somebody at that level does not understand that content creation,
Absolutely.
so what they know is the joke, means that the media, we have not tapped into the media. And I said it's the highest or the biggest institution because it has access to everybody, but most people don't have access to media. It has access to everybody, but most people don't have access to the media out of ignorance. Let me stop there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wonderful. In comparison with what we have in the United Kingdom, because we've seen how, the media in the UK, moves. What exactly is Nigeria doing or Nigeria isn't doing to get to that point where you could say, look, we are at the stage where the United Kingdom were on the same level?
Okay. One thing they've done in those developed nations is that they made people believe in the media. So the people, they want to listen to the radio, they want to watch the television, especially their local news. They leave the bigger names, the local, they have first-hand information. Unlike here, sometimes when you get on the media, when you hear from the media houses, it's different from the reality. They report what they're meant to report and leaving what the real issues. So people's faith on the media is not as strong as over there. So I think that's a challenge. So once you start building faith in the media that, whatever I tune to my local station, I will get whatever I get there is the right information. Happenings and incidents and other events and other, then we are good to go. Go and watch most of those media houses that are doing well in Nigeria. Most of them go out of their way to report issues that even put them into trouble. So, and before you know it, people start listening to them and following them up. And even some individuals, once they are going to be on air, people will like, okay, I want to hear this person based on this issue. He will tell us the truth, or at least he will close to the truth. So the reality is that people's faith on the media is not that. So we need to work on people's mind that we will tell you the truth, irrespective of the cost on us. Once we can do that, then media will take its place.
So how does the media education, impact individual? You talked about individual decision taking right now.
Good.
Decision making.
Like I said earlier, media education simply breaking down that, helping people to make critical decisions, governance, policies, getting to know what is going on and all that, societal issues and all that. Now, if me as a person, I know that whenever I tune to Signature TV, Signature Radio, Signature everything, WhatsApp, everything, Signature, Facebook, I will get first-hand information. Let me say, like a kidnapping over there, and they will say that 20 people were kidnapped. But the other station we're saying some people were kidnapped. Some people say it's only one. What Signature will tell me, this is 20 persons in a boat carrying 20 persons, and they've been taken to social location. We're following up, and why won't I believe in Signature? You understand? So it's an education that at that point, I will not say, okay, there's kidnapping point here. I won't go there again. I've been educated in that area. To policy development, breaking down policies, interpreting it to the point where people will say, okay, based on this policy, this is the analysis from Signature TV. this is where the policy is taking us to. I mean, as a businessman, I will now think of, if they are getting this analysis from Signature TV, I can take my decision in so tax-related issues. Just mention them. Development, just mention them. Where is the next development coming from or heading to? Where is government heading to? Can I know everything about? It's all about giving us the real detailed information, insight analysis. Once you can do that, people will believe you, and we are well educated, we are informed, we make good decisions based on the information we are getting from you. I'll still say that media is the highest education because we're not paying for it directly. That's simple reality. So people can get a particular radio station, TV station for over 1 year and have the same information that the person is sitting inside school should have, and you're paying in the name of school. So media is the best educating platform I will ever have.
Every platform now carries news, carries content and what is happening. Even the youngest child, has Android phone. They can they can post anything. So how do you, how do we get it right to make sure that whatever that we are consuming as consumers, or we are getting these informations are well filtered and correct?
That takes me back to his answer. The first answer I gave him. He was shocked when I said this. We have not done 1%. He was like, with all this access to gadgets, reality is that 99% of what we do with our gadget is rubbish.
Okay.
Check every young person. What is he watching? Either jokes, TikTok, discussing with a friend, and fake news everywhere. So is that the information the media is giving us? The answer is no. So when I talk about media education, I'm talking about authentic, real information that will change someone's thinking, that will make you, help you take positive decision globally, locally, internationally, in your nation. And just think about it. Economic decisions. So it's, you and I know that they have access to this, but what are they doing with it? I have children. They have their laptops and all that, down to my 80 child. Sir, go and watch him watch a cartoon. Is cartoon the education? No. Yes, it has its own way, but you have to now start monitoring the kind of cartoon he's watching, the kind of this, that is it. I saw a video, I played the video for them during our morning discussion, and my daughter, I think she's 10 or so, she said, Daddy, I've watched that video before. Let me go and get the full video for you. Yeah, I was hoping I've got something to educate them. So think about it.
So now you mentioned it. How does the evolution of the digital landscape or this social media change the way education is transmitted and change the way we learn?
Yeah. Focusing on the media, I will move a little from the media. Focusing on the media, I'll prefer the media to get to that point where they have first-hand information. Not just have people who understand analysis. One thing is to get the information, another thing is to analyze it, break it down, and take it into the future. So that is very, very, once you start doing that, then you start educating and informing people properly and guiding them. That is one area. Then generally, education and the media, and every other part of media, I mean, education and other tech and rest of them, it has helped. I speak to you that you can run a full institution in a room like this. And that's what is obtainable over there in UK and rest of them. I'm sorry, I'm not on air. Nigeria policy of having, what they call it again, 100 acres of land or so. I mean, those things should be looked into. Most schools, I mean, one will get admission here, travel abroad, their schools are no more than 3-story building.
The entire school?
Entire school. Admin and classroom.
Wow. So
yes,
what was the population like?
They have over 2,000, 5,000 students.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Online?
Physical and online. So they schedule, do you want online, do you want physical? So now in a day, they can do 1 hour class. This person runs class from 6 a.m. to 5 to 7. They rest, just like that. So in a day, they can run like 12 different classes. Okay. So in a week, 12 multiplied by 5. I mean, you've covered all your number. Absolutely. And these guys are working as well. So they're not keeping you in class. Come and do your 2 hours class, max per day. Then you go and do the rest to work, also for yourself. So they create room for you to work. So you don't need the entire house. You don't need the entire structure. We don't. They convert the remaining part of the structure to processing and manufacturing companies, which is owned by the school as well. So you see a school that's producing car.
Wow.
You see a school that is in agriculture. You see a school. So, but the education point, the learning building is a small place. Then the ICT is helping to do the rest. So you can sit inside your house and do your lectures for a full year.
Without going to,
yes.
to meet anybody.
So you're finishing your lecture, you're working. So the only time to see people is when you want to submit your papers. And those people, most of them are submitted online. So it's just very few contact with your, you can do a whole lecture knowing a person in the school.
Wow.
That's just it. I have a PhD holder. In all he's doing his PhD is in US. Just only one person, the entire school is only one person that he knows, who is his direct supervisor. The rest is submitting and that. And it's a very big school, one of the grade A schools.
Wow.
So things have changed.
I just wanted to ask you, in learning, do you think that we are basically moving forward or moving backward? Because this question keeps coming up. The advent of ChatGPT and
AI
and the likes. It's easy to just pop things. Well, just ask it anything.
Okay.
And then you have it give you. So these days you don't even need to bust your head through something or doing your research. Well, it's also part of research, because it just goes online and sieves everything and then gives you what. So do you really think that at some point in our life in the future we wouldn't really need school per se?
The truth is that there's a whole lot generally, globally, when it comes to ChatGPT and IT. And let me put it this way, the world is divided into two. Those in leadership and management, those in ICT. The rest are numbers. Now, leadership and management will definitely control what ICT will do, despite how powerful ICT is and will still become. So when it comes to education, ChatGPT have come to stay and they're still coming up. I mean, you're just in the elementary phase. And if you are crying at the stage where someone will just get information, then we are not ready. However, it has a positive and negative side. Positive side, for those that have passed through, I want to do a script, and I'll sit down and I write the first letter, write the second one, write the third one, starts correcting, getting editing, get someone else, please edit my work. Those
have to do that
process, they are still important, but you need to do it. Yeah, but when you do it, after doing it, now subject to ChatGPT to give you more information to make this one better.
Yes.
However, people of these days, the coming generation, they don't want the process.
That's true.
All they want is they will copy it and give it to you.
Absolutely. So
I've shown you the positive part that it helps you enhance and speed. But the negative part is that we are going to create zombies in the next 10 years. When you used to watch zombie movie, zombie is not a dirty one. No. Yeah, no. Those dirty things are just to attract you. Watch. Zombies are human beings who cannot make use of their brain again, and they are waiting for ChatGPT to give them the results. Yes. So in the next 10 years, we will have a population of global population where less than 10% of the world knows what it means to pass through tests. Then the other 90% and above are just zombies. All they want is, I want to eat. Something will bring food for you. I want to drink water. Just press one button. Water will just drop. I drink water. And the other percentage are happy in the sense that they just need you as a critical number to sell their business, but they don't want controlling what you're doing. They don't want controlling the economy. They don't want doing everything. So that's where IT is taking. So if you're sensitive enough, please, no matter how sophisticated things get to, understand how to follow process. You belong to the 1%, the 2% that will run the entire zombies. But if you're going to have zombies, yes, we'll have so many of them. Then education center will go down. However, it should be going higher on the lower percentage, but the popular number will drop. If you want to just do it, but the other one will still maintain the original process of passing through detailed processing of information, and these are the thinkers. And these are the people that will continue to rule the world anytime, any day. Just match this and just said, in the next 10, 20 years, you will see it map out.
But isn't that going to be on a greater disadvantage to humanity?
It's not. It's always been like that.
You know, this myth, people say, when that time comes, you know what is coming.
It's always been like that. Okay. The truth is, when I am not going through IT, it's always been the 1%, the 2% ruling the entire world. And they've done that in so many ways. Even the current education you're doing now, the education was packaged to help you learn how to work 1% and the 2%, not to be the 1% and the 2%. So it's now left for you in the process of doing that, say, why can't I move from here to here? And that is where the entrepreneurship, you know, they don't teach entrepreneurs in school. I hope you know that. Absolutely. They don't teach in school. Forget this, they say entrepreneur. When you meet the real entrepreneur, when they sit down and tell you the truth, find that all they taught you in school was entrepreneurship. Yeah. If they sit down, and I've had the privilege of meeting some people where we sit on the floor. I mean, we discuss from like 6 in the evening till 6 a.m. in the morning. I mean, the big shots, you know, on the floor, right? They speak out, they tell you the process they pass through. But you know that is a real education, real business education, not this we have seen in school.
You are a rector and for an institution, but I'm just wondering, as somebody who has spent this a number of years in that education space, this issue of ChatGPT and AI, how do you think it can be ethically used? I understand the aspect of writing your thesis or writing your project or everything, writing by yourself or even doing your research. But then if you subject it to AI, it helps you enhance the so-called writing. So if you're somebody who is to mark a script, I mean, it's easy to tell whether this is written by AI. No, it is easy to tell. If you write by your hand and then subject it to AI, and then you ask the other platforms, you can ask whether this thing is AI written. I mean, to tell you it's 100% or 30% or 40%. So it does look like you didn't write it.
Okay.
It will look like, you know, AI wrote it for you.
The reality is this: as we speak, there are also platforms. You know, this is coding that are developed that when you use AI, put it on the platform, AI, the platform will turn everything. So when you subject to any other check, they will say it's human.
It's human, yes, yes.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Yes, you're right. So
you don't understand it now. So as you're like you're trying to beat them, they are coming up with more advanced approach. And this is not, they are all there for free. So the reality I will still go back is find out the process that made any big organization as a nation. Those processes should not be swept under the carpet. And funny enough, sir, it's not in the public domain. As big as the information is, as big as AI is, as big as internet or whatever it is, there are secrets that are not outside there, and they will never be outside there. Secrets are kept outside those platforms. Yes. Every successful business runs on secrets. And those secrets are not on the internet. Nobody will post it and they will never post it. Bet me. Nobody will post it and they will never post it. It's given from generation to generation of those who has found it and kept it. To control, to dominate, to be in charge from generation to generation.
Okay, let's talk about SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals.
Program,
how can the media education contribute or impact more on this Sustainable Development Goals? Yeah,
like I said, but I always want to go back to my first one. See, media is the highest institution on earth. They form your opinion, your mind, everything. If you follow like CNN will so much work on you that you think, if you don't go and do your own research, whatever they give you think is the best. Sometimes they also have their bias.
True.
That's simple truth. Now, when it comes to SDGs, it comes in so many. We only say what the government, because the government is the one pushing for SDGs. We only say what government made us to understand or see. If we're using Nigeria as a case study for SDG, you and I know that all the plans, Vision 2020, Vision 20, this and 2010, and rest of them, none of them would have achieved them. So, and this part of the SDGs, and I mean, for me, they are not being truthful to us. So, but the media will tell us these have been signed, these have been, you know, meetings, you'll be able to get information, but those information are not really taken down to where it is. What we call SDG is that, let's say education structuring. You and I that tomorrow, education, all they wrote on paper, none have been implemented physically. No research institution, the ones we have, they are already dead, and all that, and all that, and all that. And I'm not removing the government, I'm also bringing the lecturers in. The lecturers are also wonderful. The school management board and everything are also wonderful. But I'm of this opinion. It may not be the best, but that's what I think, and that's what I will do till tomorrow. If our education sector can ask for independence, how do I mean? Let's say we have UNN, University of Nigeria, as big as they are. If they give you UNN as a company, come and run UNN as a company, will you be happy to run it? Do you understand? I mean, give you UNN as the goal of UNN, run it as a company. Will you be happy to take it as a CEO? The answer is yes. Now, how do I say yes? What makes a company like this place? You pay salary, Abi, and you need to generate the money. But instead of the employees waiting for salary, the employees are the students. They are the one paying the school. That's number one. So we have moved it from government to in private individual. It's a school. Now, the employees who are the students, year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, year, depending on the courses you're doing, they pay school fees and you use them into production. Let's say you're okay, want to focus on car production, want to focus on maybe 2 other 3 things, and we'll bring in companies that have capacity to situate a factory inside the school, and those factories becomes our learning ground, not board.
Okay.
Not board. Let's say Toyota, say put up your factory. We want to produce car from beginning to the end inside UNN. You understand my sense? Year 1 student into mechanical engineering, all of them focus on mechanical parts. Electrical, all the students, all the engineering students, they know what to do from year 1 to final year. By the time you get to final year, you can produce a car. You can produce a car. I can produce a car. So I can decide to 1, 2, 3, 4 of us to have our company where we produce car on our own, thereby reducing the cost of buying car. Yes. And we can supply car to Africa. Africa is Nigeria alone is a large market. If schools can agriculture, focus on college of agriculture, medicine, by the time we scatter it that way nationwide, sir, in the next 10 years, the whole world will be coming to Nigeria, both for human being and for other things. Can we do that in schools?
So what's wrong? What's holding?
Beautiful policies. I've discussed with some of those lecturers and the top school government school. They're like, I say it's possible. This issue of going on strike, asking for money, you can stop it. You can, if you harness what you have inside, and that takes us where greed, corruption steps in again. So the SDGs, getting it, leave the one on paper, reality. And the question is, the media again. You told us 10 years of a 10 years plan. The 10 years is gone. Do you go back to those SDGs, those structures, and go and take the picture of the structures, what they said it should be, and what it is at the moment? Do you report back to the public? The answer is no.
So it means media education now is not keeping pace with technology.
Beautiful. That's why I say we're not doing up to 1%. So if you can take 30 years back on a project, they said this was a 10-year project, it should do this and that. That was when it was launched. 3 years into it, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, this is the project. Who was involved? Who took the money? Who did the contract was assigned to? And give us detailed information and bring it out. Everybody. However, this is Nigeria. By the time you finish doing it, your head will be somewhere, your body will be somewhere else. So that's reality. That's reality. That's reality. Because you may step on the powers that be.
Right.
That's reality.
Okay, just to wrap things up, just give us a list of opportunities that is available right now in the media space that somebody can immediately kickstart?
Wow. The media space, there's a whole lot of opportunities. Number one, Nigerians are misinformed.
Okay, so if you are bringing good information, accurate information, you can play in that space.
Truth and nothing but the truth. You can say in the education sector, move 20 years, move 30 years back, pick up those information. This is situation of things. This is what happened, and this is this. Question this person, question this person. By the time you start giving those facts, people want to listen to you.
Yeah, but again, if you do that, sometimes people tend to be scared by telling the truth, or because if you tell the truth, you are basically like making the government look bad on some of its policies, and then your life becomes...
Yeah, there are so many ways to tell the truth these days. You don't mention anybody's name. Use their own information. Based on so documents, this is what we saw in the documents. Mahood Okeke Yinka is the person in charge of what happened.
Do we even have data to this effect? Because again, you want to talk from data already presented, but then do we even have data?
Yeah.
When you even go to some of these ministries, they don't even listen to you. They don't even give you the data, even though we have Freedom of Information Act.
They are available, but they are expensive.
What do you mean by expensive? Is it in purchase or is it in what form?
No. You're a media person. I'm a researcher. So I know what it means to get information.
Absolutely.
You pay heavily for it
Yeah.
if you want to get the right information. Though every single information you need is available. Someone is with it.
Okay.
But you pay heavily
To
to get it. So the media, are we ready to? So that's one aspect of making money in current. Because there are so much lies. But once you can tell the truth, people will come around you and they will pay heavily for it. Two, having analytical capacity where you bring in people, you make them pour out everything the way it is, even when the ones that they don't want to say. Once you can do that, you have the people following you. Because once you pour that, the other people want to counter it and all that, so you generate your traffic, and as a media office or media outfit, you're making your money. That's the third one, the ability to look into the future and direct people are right. Then people are waiting for you to prophesy. Prophesy to them. So, and you know Nigerians are religion. So whatever you do around that has to do with their emotion, they say, this radio station said this. So they'll be waiting for you to say the next one, the next one. So you even want to pay to hear and all that. So there are a whole lot to do. Then content creations, giving people real street information. Real street, like in our school, it's all about streets. Reality. Reality, that's what we do. We're not interested in regular conventional education. No, we do streets. Okay. It has set us apart.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
I really, really appreciate your insights. And it's been one eye-opening conversation that we've had with you throughout the last 25, 30 minutes.
Thank you, sir.
All right, we'll be speaking with Kingsley Nelson. It's a Learn to Live Business School, United Kingdom, giving us an insight into the opportunities that are inherent in the media space. Once again, we'll say a very big thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir.
So we're back shortly. Let's go on to take some